So I think you are able to see my slides.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, so already I have spoken.
You are visible now. The screen is visible now.
Yeah, perfectly. So let me begin. So already in the next 1 week, you will be aware slowly about so many things. So we are the faculty members. Certainly, we are the expert in speaking, guiding, mentoring. But now you have to attend this workshop as a participant. So have patience, listen carefully. Whatsoever I am going to speak, it will not be the content will be from the specifically from the NBA manuals, OEB expert resources, and from my own experience because experience is also going to play an important role. Many of my friends wrote on book also how or what are the various steps and so many things. I can tell you this will be 100% very much beneficial, but it will take 1 or 2 days to make you comfortable because you will hear so many terminologies and you are already doing so many things. So please just listen them, understand them, and try to think like how we are already doing many things, but it is a structured way. Are you getting my point? Like, suppose a student is going to get a BTech degree. So, BTech degree cannot be like randomly somebody took admission and we are going to give the degree. Degree is going to award it. Marks are going to be obtained. And to completing a specific course, there are a specific course curriculum, attendance, guidance, practical participation. So many things are there. Similarly, so that all the things is to make a quality education, outcome-based education or NBA accreditation in engineering or pharmacy or management or some other disciplines. So I can tell you after end of this week, you will going to know about the overall holistic view of NEP 2020 because yes, whether we are the engineering college, management college or university, we must be follow and the 2020 guidelines. So I will discuss then about the outcome-based education and its role in enhancing the quality engineering and management education. I will explain NB accreditation framework, Washington Accord, graduate attributes, program outcome, program educational outcome, program specific outcomes, course outcomes. I will discuss after maybe 2 days a design measurable course outcome using revised Bloom's taxonomy and appropriate action verbs to use, develop effective COPO, PSO mapping, Bloom's label, knowledge label, mapping of outcome-based curriculum design. Although you are after having the affiliating university institution, but at least you must be familiar because for that you can add some content beyond syllabus because ultimately our aim to make our students employable. Our students can crack the higher education examinations. So maybe all the our students are getting better, certainly we will get a better opportunity from our top management. So design competency-based assessment strategy, rubrics, attainment methodologies for measuring student learning outcome. All these things I will discuss. You will able to know, calculate course outcome, program outcome. You will be preparing basic. I will tell you about the majority is the NBA documentation. Little bit I will discuss about the NAC documentation, including the articulation metrics, attainment reports, SAR evidence, continuous quality improvement record. You will able to integrate and know innovative pedagogical approaches, digital technologies, artificial intelligence, NEP 2020 initiative into teaching learning practices, identify common challenges in OBE implementation, and adopt best practices for successful accreditation after 3 years or 2 years when you will apply to them. Once your two batches of BTech is going to pass out, you are eligible to apply. For MBA, three batches pass out, you are able to apply for that program. Develop an institutional roadmap for implementing. Finally, we will outcome-based education to achieve NBA accreditation in your engineering programs and management and program. And let me tell you, apart from this accreditation, we are doing all the thing for the academic excellence of making a good ecosystem for everyone, for students, for faculty members, for staff members, including the technical staff also. That must be also well trained. So let me begin. So first, I am going to just tell you about NEP 2020. What is NEP? National Education Policy and outcome-based education. So first of all, what is National Education Policy? It's started couple of year back, and the major objective of launching the National Education Policy are shifting from knowledge delivery to competi- competency-based learning, not the rote learning, competency-based learning, which prepares students for higher education, for employment, because making skilled for research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and also now the NEP 2020 focus internalization. So to make their global career, and outcome-based education is the central to this transformation, aligning post curriculum, teaching, learning, assessment with clearly defined learning outcomes. Like for teaching, for assessment, these are the two key aspects. Similarly, in teaching and practical teaching also. So you can see what do we need in educational transformation. So you can see education is no longer about memorizing information. It is about empowering learner. We are also learner, let me tell you. A faculty always should not treat like I'm going to have a 10 year of experience or 15 year of experience or 30 year of experience. Everyone having the scope of improvement. Like I'm going to have 25 of year experience. I always feel for whenever I'm going to teach or study something, this is my day one. I'm a fresher one, so that I have a clear cut of mind. I have to learn. I have to upgrade my knowledge, and that is going to help you to make a successful in your career. So education no longer about the memorizing information. It is about empowering learner to solve real world problems. That is very important to solve the societal problems, nearby problem within the institution problem, outside local community problem, innovate, collaborate, and adopt in our changing worlds. So now what is happening, we are shifting from the traditional education to the future ready education. So traditional education, just I would like to tell you, that was based on teacher centered, teachers whatsoever speak, oh that is final. Now we in NEP 2020 we say student center. Student must satisfy all memorization, rote learning. Now the learning is focused on critical thinking. Why this is that? How will it happen? Earlier, we was going to have the fixed curriculum. Now, flexible curriculum. A student of engineering can study the sciences, music, sports courses also. So many things are there. Marks oriented. Because why I'm discussing all the things? Because I'm going to have my like prospects. Say after 5 year, IIMT will be a state university, or they can plan for the deemed autonomous. So, in that time, you will have the flexibility of designing the course curriculum, and many of your team will be with you. So, if they are experienced in all that thing, it will be good for the organization. So, earlier was marks oriented. Now we are going to have competency oriented. Earlier was a passive learning. Now it is active learning, two-way learning. One final examination. Now we are going to have continuous assessment. Earlier, we was focused on knowledge acquisition. Now, skill development. Various kind of the skills apart from the critical thinking or research-based skill. Apart from that, soft skills, apart technical skills. Earlier, we was focusing on limited industry exposure. Now we talk about the experiential learning, learning through the capstone project, learning through the mini project, learning through the project, learning through the industry visits, industry internships, research internship, like that. So why this change is necessary? You can see world is changing rapidly due to the technological advancements, globalization, automation, and now these days artificial intelligence. So employer now see graduate with not only the subject knowledge, but they also want to have the strong critical thinking, good aptitude, good attitude, excellent communication skill, either is a verbal, interpersonal, written, spoken, whatsoever is there. Then they must also skilled with the collaboration skill, because always a project or we work together. We cannot work isolation. Similarly, in a department, all faculty must collaborate. In the institution like IIMT, different department must collaborate for projects, for teaching, for getting the some grants, organizing some activities. What I will request to you that the best way of this collaboration, they can have lunch shared. Maybe one day in the computer science department, one day in the management department. So by sharing, they are also going to during the lunch timing, they can share their thoughts, and they will also can share some problems. The other department can tell their solution. Otherwise, if we will be isolated, we can not be like able to get the best things. And in every organization, we have the state of art minds and persons. Traditional education has often focused on theoretical knowledge and examination, creating skill gaps and employability challenges. So why this change is needed? I'm asking like for NEP 2020 and further to the OBE. So NEP 2020 addresses these challenges through a holistic, multidisciplinary, outcome-based approach that prepares learners for future career. And this is the most important graduate attribute: lifelong learning. So learning of the institution is to not be remains with him or her for 1 year or 2 years. It should be lifelong. So you can see in a nutshell why is change necessary. So these are the key drivers for educational transform, rapid technological advancement. Now we have AI, Gen AI, so many things are there. IoT, smart data science, blockchain, so many technological advancements. Then Industry 4.0 and future of work. Now we talk about the Industry 6.0. So many things are there. Global employability requirements, national, international accreditation standards. Like in India, we have NIRF. In international, we have the Times and QS ranking. Research and innovation ecosystem. Every institution must have to apply, and they should have the IEDC, entrepreneurship cell, lifelong learning and reskilling needs. And yes, now in India, to align with the globally ranking, we also talk and we also map each and every task related to United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Because whatsoever we are going to do for the betterment of the humanity, betterment for the environment, betterment. So lot of so everything should be take care about the sustainable development goals. So I can just real life example for it. Earlier, an engineering student might have been evaluated solely through written examination. But now, in NEP 2020, same student may now develop a real work project. I have already asked like the capstone projects, complete an industry internship or research internship. He can build some prototypes, present finding before an evaluation panel, maintain maintain a digital portfolio, participate in communicate community engagement. That is also very important. Service to the society, service to the neighbors, service to nearby village. This approach assesses both knowledge and practical competency. So come to the vision of NEP 2020 that I've already asked you. So this NEP 2020 emphasize holistic development, flexibility, creativity, innovation, research, employability, and lifelong learning. So now, first important core principle of NEP 2020 is holistic and multidisciplinary education. So students should acquire knowledge across discipline instead of studying subject in isolation. So that means an engineering student can study entrepreneurship course. Apart from that, they can do the experimentation. They have some idea in their mind, then they can discuss with the entrepreneur IDC cell in their institute, and by giving the presentation, if they are having the internal or external funding, they can fund their project so that they can build a real life, some small prototypes. Also, they can study the psychology, they can study the economics, they can study the AI or environmental studies, and many things. Just I took a few names. Flexibility is another core principle of NEP 2020. Students have greater flexibility in selecting major courses, minor courses, electives, skill courses, vocational courses, online courses, also projects based on research or application, learning or hackathon. So many things are there. Competency-based learning, that is a key, another principle of NEP 2020. Learning should emphasize application-oriented, must have some analysis, some thinking. So at least we can, like if your university course curriculum is not having the design thinking course, so what I will request to you, at least conduct for every either in the first semester or second semester a workshop, full day, 1 day or 2 day workshop on design thinking. That is going to play a very important role in skill building and mindset of the students, and that will help you when they will come in the third year or final year. So if the course subject is there, excellent in your university course curriculum. It is not existing, please conduct 1 day 2 day workshop on design thinking for all your students. Then innovation, problem solving, decision making rather than rote memorization. This is the key advantage of the NEP 2020. Then we have the another principle of NEP 2020, experiential learning. Because why I am discussing, because participant can, sir, because you, for going for anything, either the state government inspection or NBA or NEC, all the thing must be supported by the NEP philosophy. Let me tell you, that is why I am discussing OB, also NEP 2020. So experiential learning, I have already asked you. Experience means field visits. So students learn through the field visits, project, internship, by doing the simulations, practicals, case studies for the management students, by doing the community services. So research and innovation, they also focus on that. So NEP encourage undergraduate research, not the postgraduate or doctoral research. So undergraduate level also, they must think for that. Innovations, startup culture, interdisciplinary collaboration to cultivate inquiry and creativity, because we have so many times something in mind, but our friends, our teachers cannot respond, but the other departments which they belong to, that they can provide the answer as well as some solution to solve them. Technology integration, this is one of the key principles. So learning management systems, MOOCs courses supported, virtual labs. You can, again, like your institute can have some tie up with IIT Kharagpur or some IITs and carried out some labs in a virtual mode. AI powered learning, you can do the MOUs. All our IITs are having the virtual labs. AI powered learning, digital libraries, online assessments. So you can see the pillars of NEP 20 is access, equity, quality, affordability, accountability. So all in education, access of education to everyone, not like earlier you say complete BTech first year, second year you left. Now we have the academic bank of credit. So you can join after 5 years. Your credit of earned in completing the BTech first year, second year, you will also get some diplomas or some certification. And then you can complete the remaining credits and you can earn the degree. So instead of teaching environmental sciences only the lectures, with the help of like experiential learning, the student should conduct environmental audits, measure waste generation, rainwater harvesting. They can see it should be implemented within the institution, develop sustainable solution. They can find some findings, propose actionable recommendations. So this integrate knowledge with practical. So many subjects are there. You have the course curriculum. Yes, theory examination will be conducted because you are having bounded hand, but you can make a more lifelong learning experience to your students. You can always tell them practical examples. You can give some innovative assignments, and at least for, I can tell you whatsoever number of students you are going to have, 25 to 50% students always keen to learn beyond the classroom. They are always keen to do more work, and that is the very important thing. And it is our task, not the classroom learning. We have to also give 4 5 hours more time to solve, to think the problem, to design the problem, and give many assignments, different kind of assignment for different kind of the students. So you can see academic excellence framework under NEP 2020. What is academic excellence? So as the name suggests, excellence in academics. So academic excellence extend beyond achieving high examination scores. That means you are getting 95%, 85%. You cannot get the job now these days. You have to part in the written examination. You have to part in the, say, some uh, brainstorming session like group discussions, some online tests, then interviews. So many things are there. So that is the one part, because that is the eligibility. So this excellence, say, it involves creating an educational ecosystem where students develop knowledge. They are skilled. They are able to understand value and ethics, attitudes, positive attitudes, creativity. They have the creativity, innovations, and they are equipped with the professional competency. Whatsoever specific course they are studying, BTech, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electronics, electrical, computer science engineering, management, PGDEVM, whatsoever they are course they are doing. So academic excellence is achieved when curriculum, teaching, assessment, research, and the continuous improvement function as an integrated system. So there should be a continuous teaching. There should be continuous assessment. There should be feedback. Feedback is very important. Whatsoever course you taught to them, you conducted the first sessional examination, whatsoever test you said, and then you should also give the feedback. This was the why this student get the best marks, why this many students was not able to get the good marks, why the many students was fail. So you should tell them. You should show the sample model evaluated answer script to them. So you can see here, my dear participant, component of academic excellence curriculum, always there. So you are having the close hand, you are affiliating institution with the university, but you can add content beyond syllabus. Nobody is going to stop you, and you should have it. So curriculum, industry aligned, if it is slightly partially industry aligned, add content beyond the syllabus and teach your students, because it will going to help to make them placement ready. Ideally, for undergraduate in India, teaching, learning must be job oriented, skill oriented. Curriculum must be flexible, multidisciplinary, and also some part research oriented, practical oriented. Teaching always must be student centered. It's not like that I am the best teacher. I am teaching this course since last 20 years. So whatever I taught, excellent. No, time is changing. You have to keep upgrade. You have to change it. You have to involve the students. You have to move to the table of student at least in a one lecture 2 to 3 times. It is not like that you come and you just stand up before the podium and just writing the things. No, you should be in going to have relations, engagement with the students, what they are doing. You will be engaged. You will ask questions during the teaching. They will be involved with you. They will give the answer. Like my this workshop is going to have the many quizzes because I have a less of time because the whole content required to deliver a lot of more time. So we will do in the coming months. So I will maybe I can go fastly. So assessment. So teaching must be student centered, interactive, very important, technology enabled, inclusive. You use the chat GPT or Gemini's, but tell the students. But you should, before presenting to the student, you must gone through that content. What I am going to deliver. Because sometimes these AI tool can create some errors. They are not human being. They just the model trained with the, so many of the ebooks, websites like that. So assessment, there should be always a continuous assessment, authentic assessment, competency based for different type of the students, different type of the assignments, and there must be a transparency. Student development, so communication skill, leadership skill, ethics, very important. Entrepreneurship skills for the at least 20% of students, you try to find out and motivate them to become the entrepreneur. Like you have the student of 60, at least 10 to 12. So finally, I can tell you 2, 3 will at least be, you will have the entrepreneur. And that is going to help lot because for your small hard work by the teacher, class advisor or class counselor or head of department or director and further motivated by some recognition by the chairman, that can be in future after 20 years a lot of asset for your institution. He can give grant to you. He will give the so many places recognition like whatsoever I am today, this is because of IIMT teachers, IIMT environment, IIMT support. So innovation, employability, these all things is going to develop. And yes, quality assurance. So whatsoever we are going to do, we must have a certain level of quality, COPU attainment. We will discuss later. What is this course, outcome program, outcome attainment, how we compute it. Feedback mechanism, there should be always, I will request 360-degree feedback. Student should give our feedback. We should also give the student feedback. We should give the HOD feedback. HOD should also give our feedback. So all will like think it's not like setting getting. No, it should be in a real mechanism. So academic audit in a semester there should be internal audit. In a yearly basis there should be academic external audit. Like I can do in future your external academic audits. Say after 1 year, how much you was achieved, how your process is efficient or not. I do the academic audit also some of the institution physically and certainly unbiased manner because ultimately purpose is to improve it. Because if I am lacking something and if somebody is going to guide me, tell me, I'm not going to mind it. It is going to improve me. Always somebody is going to say negative things, we feel bad because we are the human being. But for future it will be benefit for us because in future we will not have that negative things or weakness or drawback in us. So you can see this academic excellence ecosystem whatsoever I discussed with you. Curriculum design, we have to give graduate success, that is also very important parameter once your institution will apply for NIRF, because NIRF is also going to have to work for current year last 3 year data. So it is not like similarly for NBA they also consider the 3 sessions, 4 sessions some data. So you cannot change it also like placement. So you have to work in a real sense. Entrepreneurship, your research data. So it will come, it cannot be backtracked. Marks obtained by the student, you cannot change the marks. Let me tell you. But if you are working hard so that they can get the good written knowledge, they can get the good practical knowledge, certain they will get the good marks because external examination is not in your control. You are not an autonomous institution. So by giving the best teaching, best assignments, extra classes also for the weak students, more state of art classes for the advanced learner, because we have to take care all kind of the student, not like we focus on weak student, we focus only the extraordinary. So you have to focus on extraordinary student, you have to focus on weak student, you have to also focus on mediocres. They are also important for you, because mediocre can come anytime in the weaker section, mediocre can come anytime in the high learner. So that is also important. That is why your critical monitoring, that is why we appoint the class advisor, class counselor, or head of department, different coordinators, periodically review, so that we can have the time to make the corrective actions. That is very important. Corrective action, preventive action for next session. So feedback, quality assurance, student, faculties, stakeholder inputs, teaching learning process, pedagogy, and content delivery. That must be excellent. That must be state of art. Say you focus because you are in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, best institution. It should be your benchmark, because whenever you want to improve, my dear friends, seniors, you should be always compare not with the non-performer. Oh, that feedback is not good. You should always think if you want to upgrade yourself. Because I also started my career with a simple graduation BTech with half page of CV. Now going to have 50 pages of CV. So continuously we have the positive thing in our mind, because each one of you are going to have 24 hours. None of us in the world is going to have less than 24 hours, more than 24 hours. So, whatsoever we have to do in this hour, and also the age and so many things, institutional responsibility, family responsibility, parents responsibility, kids responsibility, fresher, bachelor, married. So all are going to have 24 hours. And you can see. So, to always upgrade, make best of the best institution as a benchmark for you, whether it is a deemed university, it is a IIT Bhubaneswar or NIT or anything. And gradually you will progress. Please, nothing is going to happen, and I am sure your director and chairman, they are quite mature guys. They are definitely going to provide full support to you. So gradually you will progress. But that progress is after 3 years, after is very high. So there should be always student engagement at your institute. You should have the life after institution hours, whether they are staying in the hostel or whether they are staying in the nearby places, rooms, private hostel, or they are staying in the home. But you should provide them the facilities. You should have so many clubs, not the technical clubs. Yes, you should have. You should have soft skill clubs. You should have AI clubs. You should have sustainable development clubs. You should have community service clubs, clubs or whatsoever name you are going to tag. So there should be round the clock student engaged. Round the clock means not the sleeping hours. So say 8 hours to 10 hours sleeping is sufficient for everyone. So this is our responsibility, my dear friends. Key head of department, head of the director institute responsibility. Like our student must be engaged 14 hours in a week, day, not the week. 14 hours, 8 hours in the institution. Then we should give 6 hours task. So you cannot do day one. So slowly you can do in 1 month 1 hour task, then 2 hours task, because you have to make the registrants. Similarly for you. So slowly, but you should have, because if student, what is their task? Their task is learning. Their task is solving the problem, reading the books, reading the ebooks. Student task is not to waste the time in watching the Netflix, or yes, sometimes say in but they must be more focused on sports activity, because that give a lot of skilled, make them skilled. So try to have the good sports facilities for your students, like that. So you should have the exclusive out of the state assessment and evaluation techniques, so continuous and formative assessment, and finally you should have the measurable learning objective. So this is the ecosystem of the academic excellence. For it can be for apply for a faculty member, for institute, for department, everyone. So like institute is going to have the vision and mission. We will tell you what is vision, mission. Similar department is also going to have the vision and mission. Then every program is going to have the program educational outcome, and so many things we will discuss. So first, I would like to hear from your director or HOD or coordinator, whatsoever speak in last 40 minutes. Are you able to understand? Are you getting the interest in this workshop so that I can go ahead? Please, feedback is very important.
Yes, yes, yes. It is highly essential and important for us to
Yeah,
know. And
so
I hope all of my faculty members, both teaching and
So please,
non-teaching.
thank you for your support because I am because Patnaik sir is my elder brother. I am not delivering this workshop in a professional manner. I am delivering this workshop like I am the owner of this institute, and
That,
I
that
want the growth in this institution. I want the growth in the faculty members. I want the skilled students so that this institution can have 200% placements. And let me tell you, none of us is going to have the at 100% secured marks students. Whatsoever marks students admit, they are God to us. God means we have to make them industry ready. We have to make them, if they have the sports facility, uh, straight sportsman in the specific game he is there, or entrepreneurship skill. We have to make entrepreneur so that he can provide job to the 20 students. So in that, I am delivering this workshop. So thank you. I am continuing. I will not because
let me tell you that that is the reason why you are not only a well-wisher of IIMT Bhubaneswar, you are also a mentor. And last few years, you have directly or indirectly worked with us. And as had been pointed by you, here we deal our students. Chairman sir is also there. We deal our students just like our sons and daughters. And when you come to this institute during your next visit, what are the things we have done? You can have a look
fine.
to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your positive words, and definitely I will plan to visit this year. Yeah, thank you. So go ahead. So yes, I like quiz time, and I'm going to ask very simple quiz, and whosoever give the correct answer, I will tell the name. So just now the quiz, whatsoever I have discussed. So the question is, NEP 2020 promotes experiential learning through only written examination, project, internship, field-based learning, memorizing theoretical concept, eliminating practical sessions. So what is the answer of that quiz? Please give the answer. I will tell the name of the person who, yes. So Harishankar Panda gave the correct answer. Alok Arun coordinator gave the correct answer. Barasharani Padi gave the correct answer. Very good, very good. Please give the other. Only three guys gave the answer. Soma Mitra gave the correct answer. Very good. Dilip Kumar Behra gave the correct answer. Very good. Please give the answer. I will tell the name so that, yeah. So by that, I am going to make you interactive. So my quiz, my whole workshop will have the quizzes. Yes, next, only 7% out of 33 is attending this workshop. What about the others? Please give the answer. It's Shri, okay, they give the correct answer. P. Sai Shubham, Kamla Karan, Swain give the correct answer. Please, others also, just only, yeah, Sahil also give the correct, P. Sai also give, Shubham give the correct answer. Others, please give the answer, hurry up, because time is money. Money means because we all are having a lot of responsibilities. So, only, so please, may interactive, I am going to ask the quizzes and I want immediately answer. So, why somebody is like putting that I have to again. Okay, let's begin. So B is the correct answer for this. So certainly experiential learning. Now you can think whatsoever subject you are teaching or lab you are taking, please give them experiential learning because that learning they are going to remember lifelong. Always we visit some places, we meet with some people. If we are going to have the good experience, we remember long time. We are going to have the bad experience, we also remember long time. Now come to after discussing this NEP 2020 academic excellence. Now, what is outcome based education? As the name suggests, we are teaching it whatsoever we are teaching, it must have some outcome. So what is outcome based education, my dear participant? It's a learner centered. Like, we are teacher teaching in the lab, learner are our students. We are teaching sub theory subject in the classroom, so learner is our students. We are conducting some training programs, then whosoever the participant, they are the learners. So learner centered education approach that aligns curriculum, teaching, learning, assessment, either the quizzes or semester and semester examination, sessional examination, with clearly defined learning outcomes, ensuring students achieve the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and competency expected at the end of the course or a program. So they must have able to have it. Instead of emphasizing what teachers teach, this outcome-based education emphasize what learner achieve, because ultimately our end user is what, say we are the engineering institution, our like product is students. So if the product is going to get the job, our task complete. If product is interested in getting the admission in gate or cat for admission in MBA, if he get it, our job complete. Or if want to become an entrepreneur, he open one company, our job is completed. So OBE emphasize on learner centric, not the teacher centric. OBE ensure that every aspect of education, including curriculum design, teaching learning strategy, assessment methods, whatsoever we are going to have, and quality assurance is aligned with clearly defined learning outcomes. Learning outcomes. So according to OBE, success is measured not by the completion of the syllabus. Please remember, oh, I have taught 100% syllabus. That is fine. But by the demonstration of knowledge, whether they was able to apply the subject in the practical aspects, whatsoever the course objective was there, what was the course outcome was there, whether students are able to achieve, you are quite confident that every student is equipped with the knowledge, skills, attitude, competency, program outcome, so many things we will discuss. Then it's the success. So you can see the core philosophy of outcome-based education. So I will repeat so many words again and again so that at least for next 5 years you are not going to forward. So OB is learner-centered. Please remember lifelong. So anybody else? Learner-centered approach that focus on what students are able to do after learning, ensuring skill development, measurable outcomes, and continuous improvement. That is always there. And for continuous improvement, one has to study, one has to do some experiments, one has to go. So you can see traditional education, you are not the part of, we are not the part of a traditional education. So what teacher teaches, syllabus completion, teacher centered deliver, mark oriented, teacher is god. No, now student is god. Let me tell you, god means if he is not going to get the job, then we will not able to get the good admissions. If he is not going to get a good package, then the company will not come. If company come to your institute and if they are not able to find the right students, then again they will not come next year. So always should be student centric, marks oriented. No, limited focus on outcome. But in outcome based education, focus is what students are able to do after learning, skill attainments, and competency developed, student centered learning, measurable outcome, and continuous improvement. So outcome drive learning, learning drives success always. So why this OB matters, you can see, ensure clarity of learning goals, enhance student engagement and ownership, very important. Like, we are working in IIMT because the institute management gives the salary, that is the one part. We are having one life. Please, my dear friends, seniors, we are going to have one life. So we have to do at most. Salary is the one part for our livelihood, for accomplishing so many responsibilities. But we have to do our job with passion. Passion must be there, sparkling. Because once the student will see teacher is highly motivated, they will also motivate to study. They will also motivate to get the skills. They will also motivate to think, oh, because then they are going to consider a faculty as a role model. So provide measurable outcome, drive continuous improvement, prepare student for future success. So what are the principle of outcome-based education. So you have already, I have asked you, it must be learner-centric, students, learner-centered and student-centric. And all the things related to your curriculum, teaching, learning process, assessment study, academic planning are designed around clearly defined learning outcome and that students are expected to achieve at the end of the course of program. Because I visit so many institutions for this NB evaluation as a government assigned job. So the most of the chairman ask, "Oh sir, every times committee come 3 or 4 year they ask the limited knowledge of OB, limited awareness of OB." So why I am telling you? Because the faculty, the mentor, they are not going to inculcate a culture of OB because OB is not the thing only for NB accreditation or NAC or NIRF. It is the part of the teaching. It is a part of the student-centric learning. So first is the clarity of focus. Every course should be defined what students should know, what students should understand, what students should perform. Whatever course you are going to have, you have to think that thing. And also nowadays, you can take the AI tool help also. Plus, you also think which place we are having your institution, which places we are going to have our students. So how that student can be benefited? How can we train them better? So you have to design down approaches. So start with the program outcomes, define course outcomes, plan teaching learning activities, design assessment accordingly. High expectation. Students are encouraged to achieve high order thinking. Very important because whatsoever we are having, from the master degree or PhD, still there's a lot of thing to do. But students, their whole career is on lie on the institution where he took the admission, and institution and teachers mainly. So high order thinking, innovation, problem solving ability, critical thinking, and finally they must be industry ready. So our teaching must be industry oriented academics. Then there must be continuous improvement. So from the assessment, different type of assessment, there should be regular feedback in a genuine way. And best feedback is like I just asked to you whether I should continue to take this workshop, and I'm expecting a sincere feedback from your director. Yes, you continue. Similarly, you can also ask your students in a true sense. And we always, whenever we are going to deliver the content, lecture or lab to our students, we are always going to have like how much well we prepared. Apart from that, well preparation, you have to also see to whom we are going to deliver the content, their grasp level, how intelligent they are. You are teaching the student, all the students are having 70% above marks. Certainly, there must be a different method to teach. You have the student which is going to have 50% more than 55% marks, then you should not use the same strategy. Although because ultimately, whatever you are teaching to them, they must be student centric, learner centered. They must able to understand. They will must able to apply it. So there must be regular feedback. There should be always gap analysis so that that gap can be filled and it should not come in the future. There should be always corrective action. And this is the way we work. OB ensure that learning is meaningful, measurable, and aligned with the real world needs, empowering students to become competent, responsible, and future ready professional as per their dreams. So you can see the characteristics of outcome-based education. So OBE focus on what learner are expected to know, be able to do, and value by the end of a learning experience. So these are the few characteristics. I have already spoken to you. So that why I'm using the same. So this must be student-centered learning. So that in future you can remember clearly define learning outcomes of whatever uh, program you have, what is the course you are going to have. There must be always a continuous assessment, evidence-based evaluation, evidence-based, not just like. So there should be always a continuous quality improvement. This is one of the key aspect of the NBA. Then outcome attainment measurement. So We will discuss how to do it. OB ensure meaningful learning, measurable outcome, and continuous improvement for a better future of our student, better future of ourselves, better future of our institute, better future of our society, better future of our nation. All are connected. So come to the quiz time and let me see how many of you are giving the correct answer. So hurry up. The quiz question is, which of the following correctly represent the hierarchy of in outcome-based education? Please give the answer. I have not received answer from anyone. Dilip, you gave the wrong answer. Sorry. Maybe I will not. Yeah, Doctor. So you see the answer because I will. But I have a. So you see, B is the correct answer. Alok, Arun, you give the correct answer. Janta, you also give. Now I'm going to stop. See, always this is a hierarchy, and we will discuss in time. So we always institution is going to have its vision and mission. Then their department is going to have their vision and mission, and it is aligned with the institution because we come under the umbrella of the institution. Then we are going to have for each program educational outcomes. We are going to have then program outcome, then we are going to have program specific outcome, and finally we are going to have the course outcome. So now for this time, you must at least going to remember the names. PO, program educational outcome. PO, program outcome. PSO, program specific outcome. CO, course outcomes. This is sufficient. Later, I will tell you what is this, what is this, what is this. Now see, importance of OB in engineering education. So I took a one case study because I cannot consider example at one time with all. So I'm the man of computer science engineering. So I took why OB is essential for say BTech computer science and engineering program. So industry expectation. Modern CSE graduate must demonstrate coding proficiency. Now you will say AI comes in the picture. We have the codex. We have so many tools. Now what is the need of? But please let me tell you, once you student, please ask them to solve the problem by themselves so that their mind will be developed. So they must have the coding proficiency. They must have to solve some hackathon problems. So at least your institution every semester must conduct one hackathon and also encourage to send your students outside hackathon. Always very important to, and that is going to equip with more problem solving skills. You must have EIML understanding. They are going to have the team buildings, communication skills, ethical responsibility, global recognition, OBE ensure international academic equivalence, graduate mobility, employability enhancement, skill-based learning focus shift from, I have already asked you, memory-based learning to competency-based learning. So you can see importance of OB in engineering education. So vision and mission is the topmost thing. Just this was the, then we are going to have the program educational objectives. We are going to have program outcome. We are going to have program specific outcomes. We are going to have course outcomes. Then we are going to have finally, by doing all these things, learning activities and assessments. So you can see one example of OEB implementation is computer science and engineering course like components. Course, say we have data structure course. We will discuss later in detail. Just I'm giving some picture in your mind. So we have a course outcome. CO stand for course outcome. Say one outcome is implement searching and sorting algorithm. So what can be the teaching method for us? Coding demonstration plus some unsolved problem solving. What can be assessment scheme for that? Some coding test for and some lab evaluation, asking some Viva questions. And you can also map some program outcome. We will discuss later with you how to write them. Program outcome once, say this CO mapped with PO2 and PO5. I will tell you what is this PO1, PO2, PO5. Because now in National Board of Accreditation in 2024, they adopted the GPEC 4 version of Washington Accord, now we are going to have 11 program outcome, or we are going to have the 11 graduate attributes for tier 1 institution. You come in the tier 2, but when you will apply tier 1 and tier 2 will be the same format. So now we are going to have 11 graduate attributes. We are going to have 11 program outcomes. We will discuss what they are, what that means. And there is a Bloom's label. So like say apply L3. We will discuss what is this L1, L2, L3, L4, L5 labels. So this like just summarize of outcome-based education, and ultimate aim is the student success. And for any university, any institution, if institute getting success, all are in the comfortable position. If students are not getting the placement, students are not getting the health study, students are not becoming entrepreneur, we all are in the threat. Our job is on the threat because we will not get the new admissions. So it's a quiz time. Now give the answer. Hurry up. I've already asked this question, but next sir also give the thank you. So this is correct, Alok ji. The same I have repeated so that I can also repeat the same question. So this is that. Good. So now come to the importance of outcome-based education in engineering and management education. Please, why is our we because we are engineering and management both, because your institution is engineering and management. So this National Board of Accreditation emphasize on outcome attainments. We will discuss how to get it, how to compute it. Graduate competency. So I have already asked you in the new format. We are going to have 11 graduate attributes. We are going to have 11 program outcome, because program graduate attribute is related to the program outcome. Graduate attribute means at the end of that, our student will be equipped with what kind of the competency attributes. So there must be always a continuous quality improvement. There must be stakeholder feedback. So whosoever is our stakeholders. So for your institution, the stakeholders are student, alumni, industries, NGOs, or the different bodies which is can give the feedback, and also a data driven academic planning. So data is also very important, because like say we are doing very good. Suppose teacher say I taught wholehearted, I put 24 hours to teach, and your feedback is not good. That means you need to introspect. You teach student get good marks, but they are not getting the placement. Again, there's a warning. You have to think. That means you are teaching to them. They are getting marks in the sessional examination. They are getting the marks in the your university examination, but they are not getting the placement. If they are not getting the placement, then again, not good for us. And we have to again improve ourselves. So this is in like whatsoever I have discussed. So in outcome-based education for always student centers, for student achievement, other the job, higher studies, entrepreneurship, also for the faculty excellence. Because if faculty will not do the excellence, and that is the task of the head of department, director of the institute, to provide, to mentor them, to guide them, right time, right part. Like what I can say, for my experience, like every faculty members in every semester, before teaching a course, they must have the NPTEL certification of that course before teaching. Or if your institution is not applied, what you can do it, okay, you are teaching one course, simultaneously you ask the all faculty members whatsoever course they are teaching, either SWAM or NPTEL, the fee is 1000 rupees. And I will request honorable chairman of the institute, because he is my elder brother. So give the, like whosoever secured pass that NPTEL course, give reimburse them 1000 rupees. That is the fees of that. But reimburse, not prior. You complete it, you pay 1000 rupees examination fees. Once you submit the certificate to the department, your IQAC, reimburse that 1000 rupees. It will help their upskilling also faculty, because once they are going to have the content of IIT, topmost institution professors, they will able to speak better content to the students. And I did for myself. I carried out for teaching the soft computing NPTEL course from the IIT Kharagpur professor lady. And I get more new examples, the way how they teach, how they explain, and that is the exposure. Exposure, what kind of the exposure we are going to get, same we will become. So I think, Chairman sir, are you going to agree on that part? If your faculty is going to complete the NPTEL course, and you can reimburse that 1000 rupees, because the fee is very
Yes, yes,
nominal.
yes, yes,
But
definitely.
it will create a very excellent impact on the outcome of your institution,
Yes, yes,
because
definitely.
teacher is developed, trained, certainly student will also going to get the benefit.
Sure,
So,
sure.
like curriculum innovation, I have already asked you, you are going to have the your affiliating university course curriculum, but you can add, you can introspect at least what is industry demanding in relative to that courses, and it is missing in the syllabus. Add content beyond syllabus, and it should be checked by the HOD, director, or some external person, so that at least right skill, right time taught to the students, because ultimately they are your brand. Students, certainly faculties are also the brand of the institution always, but so, and also you have to do some services for the community. Now, what is Washington Accord and NBA? So actually, this National Board of Accreditation is the member of Washington Accord. So Washington Accord is the American International Accreditation Standard. So international agreement recognize equivalence of engineering education among member countries. India's NBA is permanent signatory significance. So what is that significance of Washington Accord? Like Indian students, those are going to get a NBA accredited program degree, they will be going to get the equivalence in studying in the abroad, United States. So that is the one of the major benefits, not like getting the accreditation. So that degree will be international equivalent. So Indian engineering degree gain global recognition. This is the key benefit of having graduate become internationally employable. The curriculum aligns with the global competencies. You can see this Washington Accord Framework for Sustainable Equivalence in Engineering and Management Education. So, so they are going to have the common graduate attributes. It is going to be mutually recognized, substantial equivalence. So many things are there. So key feature graduate attributes, like few of them are the critical thinking, ethics, communication, accord agreement, professional mobility, career advancement, because and substantial equivalence. So all these are the graduate attribute: teamwork, engineering knowledge. This is repeated. So complex problem solving. So teamwork. Now come to the what is PEO. So PEO is the program educational objective. Like your institute is going to have MBA program, BCA program, BBA program, BTech program. So all these program is going to have the educational objectives. So you can see the definition. Program educational objectives are broad statements that describe the expected professional and career accomplishment of graduate 3 to 5 years after graduation. So like somebody did BTech computer science and engineering. So you will say after, because lifelong learning we have to ultimately provide to our student. So after 3 5 years, what he is going to have. So they reflect the vision and mission of the institution, and department vision and mission is also aligned with the institution. Otherwise, there will be not thinking. So the expectation of the key stakeholders, and certainly they must be aligned. I will tell you. So program educational objectives, what characteristic it must have long-term career achievement of graduates. It's not like that you give them degree and after 2 years that they are not able to work in the industry. You are not so well trained to them. It is Because once we are not going to get BTech computer science in this 2 year work, then we are not able to get the new job. Then again we will do the degree. And degrees are doing one time in their life. Few are going to do multiple times. Rare cases. So long-term career achievement of graduates, align with institution vision and mission, develop with stakeholders inputs. Yes, because ultimately we are producing them for industry. So we have to take industry feedback, alumni feedback, faculty feedback, also student feedbacks. Like we can take the feedback once the student come in second year, and please follow it. I'm telling my own experiences. It is going to not going to, like, for suppose you take a feedback of your BTech second year student or MBA second year student. Say, dear students, you can share some form to them. You are in the second year, and what difficulties you find in first year, so that your juniors not faces that problem, and prepare a anonymous questionnaire or online something like that, and before taking the feedback, give him some fruity or some juice or some snacks, so that they can give the real feedback, because real feedback is very important, because we have to improve our organization. So if second year student can tell in first year related to some resources, some things, some environmental, some drinking waters, anything can be there. It should be holistic. And that feedback, if you are going to get, and you can do the in a corrective way, feedback implement, so your first year student is not going to have that problems, and if they will not have the problems, certainly they will give the good outcome to you. And I think, director sir, chairman sir, you are going to agree on that part, because I am sure something you are going to do, but it should be in an intelligent manner, because feedback, it should not come casually, so that make them feel cool and calm, some food, so that then you ask, now please. But this 5,000, 10,000, or 20,000 expenditure or more than that will be very much beneficial, because your whole batch will be well trained. With any difficulties, anything can be there. So align with the institution vision and mission, develop with the stakeholder feedback, broad, measurable, periodically reviewed also. This, so program educational objective can changes also. It is not like that, because many times we visit the institution and they have not changed since last 10 years, last 15 years. Whenever a course curriculum is going to update, or the demand of industry is going to update it, and you have implemented as a content based syllabus, you don't have the autonomy, at least you can set your own program educational objective and change as per as in need of an ask. So you form it, do the annual introspect, and if possible they are perfectly fine, no problem, go ahead for next year. So every year you should review all the things, or every 2 years, like that, it will depend. But initially you make in a very not the hurry manner, then certainly it doesn't require to change many years, 3 year 4 year at least. So support continuous quality improvements. So typically program education outcome build successful professional career in industry, academia, entrepreneurship, public, like that can be there. Demonstrate leadership, teamwork, effective communication, pursue higher education, research, innovation, and lifelong learning. Practice ethical, sustainable, and socially responsible engineering. So, program educational outcome define what graduates are expected to achieve a few years after completing the program, focusing on their professional growth, societal contribution, and lifelong learning. I think all is going to have now ABC of POs clear. So just two slides I've included, like NAC also, because many times institution also go to the NAC accreditation. So NAC also talk about the outcome-based education. So we also in NAC student-centric learning, skills-based curriculum, experiential learning, outcome attainment. Similarly, you are going to do for the NB accreditation. So evidence-based academic practices you have to follow, CO attainment reports, rubrics we will discuss, rubrics for projects or many things, mapping document, assessment records, criteria-based evaluation. So OBE is highly relevant in criteria, teaching, learning, and evaluation, curriculum aspect, student progression. So in NAC 2026, emerging expectation from institution, academic flexibility. That is why I ask you, you have to be, whenever you are going to give some presentation to anyone which add value to you, please you speak something about NEP 2020 in your presentation, because it will be aligned with you, your state government, central government, multidisciplinary learning, digital learning ecosystem. So you must have some LMS, learning management integration, blended learning, ICT enabled teaching. Your all classroom must be LCD projector equipped. Your few classroom must be smart classrooms. Very much need competency based assessment, rubric based evaluation, project based learning, skill assessment, outcome documentation. It means all your file must be have the COP or attainment calculation, direct indirect assessment reports. I will tell you what is that. Academic audit evidence also, like you get sometime not good attainments and it was identified by your internal audit team, then you provide the more skilled teacher. Yes, teacher is more trained and then he taught well and now your attainment is good. So you can see now the role of outcome-based education in computer science and engineering curriculum, and it can be applicable to all kind of course curriculum. Please, I'm the man of computer science and engineering. That is why I will be the bias with my area, but you can apply in your own discipline domain. So OEB enhanced coding competency, algorithmic thinking, that is very important, software development skills, AIML application understanding. Now AI skills also means AI in education, industry readiness, innovation capability. So from teaching to learning, from marks to competency, very important. Marks should be good, but if you are getting the 100% marks or 90% marks, if you are not equipped with the competency, you will not get the job. You will not face the real world problems. So marks is jaruri, but competency building is very important. Skilling is very important. Please give the answer of this question so that I can see. So what is the primary objective of outcome-based education? Alok Arun give the answer, Harishankar Panda give the answer, Somamitra give the answer, Dilip give the, Shipali give the answer, Parasrani Pati give the answer, Ankita give the answer, very good. Kamlakar Jayanta, Kumar Patnaik give the answer, very good. Okay, but again few. We have 34 participants. It's Shri Biswal, he's saying give the answer correct. Very good. So very nice. So you can see PK Patel also give the answer. So assuring student achieve a measurable learning outcome. So measurable is very important. You said I work very hard. So your hard work is supposed to be measurable in terms of performance, in terms of quantification. Like you teach a course and you for final year student placement. So maybe you teach data structure in second year, and if the in during the final year or pre-final year, students are not well placed. Let me tell you, friends, it is your responsibility. You don't taught data structure in second year well. So maybe the student is going to face a placement in final year, but in second year, data structure must be taught in an excellent way, in the competence base, by using the various methods. So now you see outcome-based education and backward curriculum design. So you are not having the autonomy to curriculum design, but why I am discussing to you, you can add content beyond syllabus. It's always with you. Nobody is going to stop you to teach the need of an hour for your students. Like nobody can say, I will not go for this training, this faculty development program. You have to attend it. If your head of department say, your director say, your chairman say, because it is of need and ask. Like few faculty members must be equipped with some leadership because in future they will become the leader. Few must be with good coder so they can attend say Wipro program. So many things are there. So you see, so you can add as a content beyond syllabus. So OBE uses backward design. So what is backward design? My dear participant friends, backward design is a systematic approach in outcome-based education where we start with the outcome we want. Are you getting my points? Whatsoever the course we are going to have, what outcome we decide in the beginning, not once we are teaching, then we will decide. That means we have gone through the course thoroughly with the discussions. Maybe we can conduct the workshop within the department. So we want student to achieve and then plan teaching and as per that assessments, because not assignment is suitable for all the subjects. Say coding subject, assignment must be lab oriented. Assignment should be some hackathon participation. Hackathon should be student is going to get some coding related platform, some score. So you are getting this is the meaning of backward design. So backward design, again I'm repeating, is a systematic approach in outcome based education where we start with the outcome we want student to achieve from a specific subject, specific course curriculum overall, then plan teaching and assessment to ensure those outcomes are attained, and which is the need of an art, which will be helpful for their placement, which will be helpful for their higher studies, which will be make them industry ready, which will be make them good human beings. Yes, not only thing everything is related to placement. Placement is a one key aspect. Good human being is also ethics should be also. That is why we have the subject ethics and values. So you will step is first identify desired outcome. So clarify, define learning outcome that student should achieve, determine acceptable evidence of learning. Yani how you will measure that. So decide how you will assess and collect evidence that student have achieved the outcome. You have to define the rubrics, plan teaching learning strategies, design learning experiences, activities. Few things can be activity based and resources that help student achieve the desired outcome. Design assessment aligned to outcomes. Create assessment that directly measure the achievement of outcomes. So your assignment, all kind of assignments, your test paper which must be met with the COPO. Getting? So OEB and backward curriculum design, I took one example in a brief manner. So desired outcome. So I have already asked you, like first we will think the outcome for a specific course, a specific topic of the course. So students should be able to say design efficient shorting algorithm. If you teach shorting algorithm, your aim is that you teach in such a way that they can design many different type of shorting algorithm by themselves. So what will be the teaching strategy? You are going to visualize the different type of shorting algorithm. You will tell them the coding best practices. You will take the problem solving session. You will give some assignments to them. You will tell what are the best strategy. Then you are going to assess with the coding assignment, lab evaluation, viva question answers, mini projects. Are you getting like that we do it? So that is the OB, outcome based education. It's very simple. Just we have to connect heartily, and this is the right time for you, so that after 2 years, 3 years, your whosoever come to your institution for evaluation of your program, because NB is a program specific. So everyone is having, and they are going to say it is a part of their day-to-day operations. So they cannot say that limited awareness of OB. So you can see importance of measurable outcome. So OB emphasize measurable outcome statements. So like I'm going to give the answer of one poor post outcome statement. Like you write, understand database concept. And this understand is also the part of the Bloom's taxonomy. Some mapping is there, but this is not the state of art CO statement. So what is the effective measurable CO? You can see design and implement normalize relational database schemas using say structured query language, using Oracle or some open source tool. It's depend what you want to teach to your students. Like that, you can prepare the effective measurable course outcome. It's not like that, just simply. So you can see role of assessment in outcome based education. So assessment is the backbone of outcome-based education. By that, you are going to assess. So have a student actually achieved the intended outcome? Because you cannot say like there should be structured way. So you can see there are two different type of assessment tools. One we call, and you have to remember, this is not going to leave you. Direct assessment tools, indirect assessment tool. Few name I have included. They are not the complete names. Although I try to include many things which come in my mind from my experience, but many things can be there that you can do as part of the assessment. So see the direct assessment, internal assessment test, whatsoever name you are going to say, sessional test, weekly test, whatsoever is there. Then ends semester university examination. You can conduct the quizzes, you can conduct the assignments, you can conduct the laboratory experiment, practical exam, you can have the PowerPoint presentation, Viva seminar, you can have the mini major capstone projects, you can have some case studies, design problems, some poster poster designing, anything can be there, internship evaluation. So these are all direct assessment that you assess during the part of the study. Now come to the indirect assessment for the outcome-based education. So you can see graduate exit survey. So what I ask you preparation, like for MBA second year, I took the example. You take us in MBA second year for what the problem they are going to face in everything. You can, so that helps to improve yourself. Similarly, once the student goes exit, then you conduct the graduate exit survey. So that is also helpful. Alumni surveys, employer feedback. Once they come for the placement, you take the feedback once and record it. Please evidence. NBA is evidence based, no verbal, all data driven. Data driven. So, or whenever an employer come to your placement or some pre-placement talk or some giving the guest lecture or you go to industry visit to them, please collect the feedback you about your institution, about your specific students, and record it. And whatsoever, you can also prepare that format and you can also take what you expect in future from our students. And if that skill, yeah, training you are already giving perfectly. If you are not giving them, because that is the industry need and it is our aim to fill the industry academia gap. So we should try to teach them. You should try to train them, either conducting the workshop or including the course curriculum or by any way. You have to decide. Your head of department has needed to decide or director. Student course exit survey. Whenever a course is completed, you can take the feedback. Faculty feedback, higher education placement data. Data is also reflection of the, okay, if you are getting the good placement, higher package, one is the mean average package, one is the median package. So median is the important parameter to reflect the quality of outcome of your students. Entrepreneurship data. So, my dear friends, seniors, benefits of outcome-based education, you can see we are the faculty members, we are on the center. So, structured teaching methodology, better assessment planning, all the things we will do in advance. Outcome-based means before teaching, your university can also give, but you are always going to have right for your own benefit, your own student benefit, your own department benefit, your own institution benefit. You can revise them because nobody is going to make you to add something better doing. So better assessment planning, improve curriculum alignment. Now for your student, clear learning expectation, they will be aware they are going to more skilled, better employability they will get, and they will be finally by your teaching industry oriented academics, they will be placement ready, higher studies ready, foreign exposure if you want to, few students are think for that. And finally, your institution will become NBA NAC compliance ready or international ranking ready, quality assurance, international recognition, continuous academic improvement. Now, what are the challenges in OBE implementation. You are in the beginning of that. So you can take care in the beginning. So common challenges means how to write measurable outcomes, how to do COPO mapping, how to do the attainment calculation, how to train your faculty members. So this first training is given by your chairman and director. So what are the best documentation practices? What are the how to design rubrics for project assessment for internship? So OEB's success depend on strong alignment of the curriculum, teaching method, assessment methods, assessment tools, direct or indirect, learning outcome, attainment analysis. Why the attainment is not good? Because there is a continuous evaluation. If attainment one time it's low, next time it should supposed to be improved. You cannot say we are having the affiliating institution and paper was tough. The paper was tough, that means you was not able to teach them as per the tough paper, because you see last 3 year paper was coming easy. So you have to make the student ready in each and every aspect. Easy paper, moderate paper, tough paper also. So continuous improvement. So just what is National Board of Accreditation? NBA full form is National Board of Accreditation, and it is an autonomous body. Earlier, initially, it come under the All India Council of Tech. Now it is an autonomous body which is responsible for accrediting technical programs such as engineering, management, pharmacy. So they do the pharmacy diploma, B Pharma, M Pharma, similarly your management, PGDM, they also approve it. So it is a program specific in engineering, all the branches of engineering, because this my whole NBA workshop is of more than 900 slides. So I will slowly, whatever will possible in 1 week, I will discuss with you. But I will discuss in depth with you. I will not in hurry manner. So what is necessary for the few coming months, I will discuss. So you can see. So member of Washington Accord, permanent secretary, focus on outcome-based education, and accreditation is granted either for 3 year or for 6 year. So based on some criterias, if the university or institute is going to follow, they give for 3 year, and some extraordinary performance they give for 6 years. And you have to pursue for 6 year. And I can tell you, if you are going to fulfill, we people or no evaluators going to think in the beginning. Once they see the SAR report, once they visit physically, if they get each and everything up to date, they are bound to give it, because all the things are going to be opted. All the documentation must be available. Apart from that, your all faculty must able to give the answer, because it is evidence based. It is an interaction based. It is not online. Only fully database. Data plus evidence based. So they must able to tell them. So now come to the two term, very important term, and I am sure your esteemed institution is going to have vision and mission statement. But what I will request to you, because you have the time, so you can introspect by carried out some internal brainstorming among the academic leaders and see what is the exact expectation for your institution. So like vision can be not short term. Vision of institution is say after 5 year, after 10 year, after 15 year, after 20 years, like that. And mission, how you will, what you will do to achieve your vision. So that is the mission. Similarly, they are aligned with the department. So you can see the vision and mission of institute define its long-term aspiration after 5 years, after 10 years, after 15 years. But always there is a scope of including some keywords, which is the need of an ask, and removal of some keywords if that are not appropriate as then. So long-term aspiration, purpose, guiding all academic and administrative activities. So vision, future goal, global excellence, innovation. Step to achieve vision should align with industry need, research and innovation, student development, society, nation. That is also important. So, like say, for example, vision to become a globally recognized institution. This is not a complete vision. Just I took one. Mission means how to do that, provide quality education, quality engineering education, quality management education. So you are an engineering and management. If you can say providing quality engineering and management education. You will also take care about the research. You will also take care about the industry exposure so that you can. So this is just one, not the complete one, but a sample. So vision is a long-term inspiration. Just I ask you for institution that defines what is aim to become and lasting impact seek to create for society. So vision is from the management. Mission is for the implementation part. So mission describe the institution core purpose, outlining how it will achieve its vision through education, research, innovation, and community engagement. These are the few things: education, research, innovation, and community engagement. Now we also talk about the sustainability. So you can add on sustainability because we have to also do the sustainable development. So now another term also comes goals and outcome statements. So what is the goals means? Goals are broad strategic objective that translate the mission into measurable priorities and guide institutional growth and development. And we have outcome. What is the outcome? Outcome are measurable knowledge, skills, competency, attitudes, and achievement that student or the institution are expected to demonstrate after completing a program or strategic initiative. Many outcome are there: course outcome, program educational outcome, program specific outcome. These all are outcomes. So strategic progress flow, you can see vision is always on top. Then we have the mission. Then we have the different goals, different department goals, different department vision and missions. And then we are going to have a different kind of the outcome. So assuring that every academic and institutional activity contribute to achieving the desired long-term vision through continuous improvement. You can see this picture. So vision is always at the top of the pyramid. Then we have the mission. Then we have the departmental vision and mission. Then we are going to have the goals. And finally, we are going to have the outcomes. So you can see in a crisp manner to inspire the lead global innovation for a better future. It will be going to have many more things and mission providing transformational education, advanced research and community engagement. Then we are going to have set many goals to achieve the mission and then different kind of the outcome will be there. Say I took one example in a brief vision and mission of CSC department. So I took one part. So departmental level vision and mission always align with the institutional goal and focus on domain specific like BTech mechanical engineering will have something else, BTech manufacturing will have something more detailed, or computer science and engineering or MBA or PGT whatsoever is there. Focus on emerging technology if we are going to talk for the computer science and engineering, industry collaboration, innovation, startup, skills-based education, sustainability, for betterment of community, lifelong learning. So many things can be there. So mission include develop a problem-solving skill, problem research in computer because department vision aligned with the institution vision. Now, how the departmental vision is going to complete? So you have to write mission point 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5. So why this accreditation matters, I have already asked you. Like the degree will become the globally recognizable. This is a very key benefit, and many times in the I am specifically for South in Karnataka, in Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or Kerala, the parents take the admission where the institution is NB accredited because they can apply for the higher studies and they have the dream to have a one degree outside India. So NB accreditation acts as a quality benchmark for technical education, enhancing credibility, employability, and global recognition. It ensures that program continuously improve based on measurable outcomes. I have already asked you like outcomes as for them, the assessment, direct assessment, indirect assessments. So improve teaching learning quality, boost placement, and global recognition aligned with international standard, encourage continuous improvement. So NBA accredited engineering program or management program are recognized globally, increasing student mobility under the Washington Accord degree is equivalence. So key feature already I have the same. NBA follow a data-driven, evidence-based evaluation system focusing on outcome rather than in program-based accreditation, not the institution. NAC is the institution accreditation. Outcome-based evaluation, peer review system, continuous improvement model. Once the team comes to visit, they meet with the industry, they meet with the students, they meet with the alumni, they meet with the teaching staff, they meet with the non-teaching staff, they meet with the management of the institution, governing council. So you can see student learning, students learning outcomes, and then so industry ready. So I think you are going to agree with this. So student academic journey, diverse background, and so yes, they are certainly, if they are going for BTech or MBA programs, ultimate goal of the parents to make them like by getting the admission in your institution, they may be ready for the placement, and few can be higher studies. But I will say 85 to 90% want the placement in Indian scenario. That is not case in the global scenario. But here, our country, the employment is the very basic important thing so that he can become independent, he can fulfill his dream, desires, he can also support his families because many times they are going to teach the student by taking the loans. So learning come through the curriculum, courses, different kind of the activities, outcome you already aware. One outcome is a degree. One key outcome in the OB is the competency. Then they carried out project. They are going to get the certification. I have already requested all faculty members next 6 months. Like I'm going to interact with 32 faculty members or 33 faculty members. All must be completed. Earlier they completed very good, but next 6 months or in up to December, all must have one NPTEL certificate, the courses which they are teaching, or also for next semester also at least one course at least they should have. And it's very easy and it will give you the confidence and so many things. So finally, you are going to have the industry ready students. So what is the eligibility criteria for NBA? You can see before applying, institution must meet certain pre-qualifier conditions. So there is a pre-qualifier. If you meet out that conditions, like every department must have one professor or associate professor in the assessment period, and then they can have the EICT regulatory approval that also we see minimum 2 batches graduate for the engineering, 3 batches for MBA. Program must run continuously. There should not be any break. They should have the adequate faculty, infrastructure. So many things are there. These are the key things which I talk. Then what is this NBA accreditation process? This accreditation process is systematic, involves self-evaluation followed by the external validation because you are going to prepare your SAR. So step registration on eNBA portal. This is an online software you prepare. Once you SAR pre-qualifier, before that, this is register after pre-qualifier. You are fulfilling the eligibility. You will register. You will prepare the SAR. It is online. You are going to upload it. Then you will submit the application. You will submit some fee. I think 2 lakh rupees per program, depend on the kind of the program is there. P team visits for 3 days, evaluation and decision, and all each and everything I have included in my workshop. So I will discuss due course of time. During campus visits, evaluator verify labs. So let me tell you, in NBA team, when come to visit the institution, they are not the inspector. They are not the police. They are not the CBI. They are the evaluator. They are also the people from the industry or from the research organization or the academia. So they are the evaluator. They will simply ask you, you will provide, they will assess you, and if you will not provide, they will assess that you are not having that specific evidence or data. Or they will also see you must be having the knowledge. Data is not the complete thing. I have already asked you, if they on whole rely on the data, then they will not come for the physical evaluation. They will also see the faculty qualification, so many things. So that thing I have already asked you, checking readiness for NBA and registering, preparing of SAR, applying NBA and submission of SAR, NBA team visit. Generally, once you submit the SAR, it takes 3 to 4 month. Sometime more can be carried out, NB team visit, evaluate, and submission of the evaluation report and recommendation to Executive Council, then accreditation decision by the Academic Advisory Committee, and that is informed by the member secretary of NBA to the director, whosoever is the spokesperson for that visit, the decision. Okay, so self-assessment report. So that report is prepared by the applying institution for the program which they are applying. So SAR is a core document of NBA accreditation reflecting institutional performance with evidence. SAR is based on the factual data, cover all evaluation criteria. And let me tell you now, in the GPAC 4 new NBA format, Tier 1, we are going to have the 9 criteria. Earlier, we were going to have the 10 criteria, but now we have the 9 criteria of total 1,000 marks. So one is a program specific, that is going to have the 180 marks, 8 criteria, one criteria of 120 marks is institutional level. So institutional level criteria is going to take care by the chairman of the committee, and program specific 8 criteria of 880 marks is covered by the evaluators. So for engineering program, 2 evaluators come. And there is a one change, but it will be not be for you. Like if you are going to have BTech Computer Science Engineering, BTech AI/ML, BTech IT, the faculty student ratio will be combined in the new format. Earlier, but for mechanical engineering or civil engineering or electronics, it will be separate. The computer and its allied branches, they compute combined SFR. So include supporting documents, must align with OEB framework. So strong self-assessment report, which definitely going to have higher chance of accreditation. And let me tell you, we see the report of 150 pages also. We've seen the report of 650 pages for one program. And I'm also talking for computer science and allied branches. But please let me, the more pages doesn't say like it is the quality SR. So it should be reasonable amount of size, not too short, not too much. So few changes happened in the SAR, like SAR is a primary document submitted to NBA. Recent changes focus more on outcome-based metrics and data-driven evaluation. Increase focus on outcome basis. Now everything is right from criteria 1, 2, 3, outcome-based education. I will tell you detailed COPO mapping, course outcome, program outcome mapping. I will tell you what is that. So data-driven evidence, not descriptive. Data, measurable, quantifiable, continuous improvement, document mandatory. So earlier theory-based, but new format in GPAC 4 is data-driven, outcome-based. So data plus. Now earlier you can write in the SAR theory-based reporting. Now we want data, graphs, attainments, analysis, not theoretical description. Some quantitative description that can say 3 years your attainment for is increasing, or in admission intake of a student of rank is increasing, decreasing. So you can plot a graph which is going to have 3-year, 4-year data. We can easily understand what kind of progression you are going to have, or faculty qualification, research publication. So many things are there. Placement data, entrepreneurship data, higher studies data. So this is just, I ask you, I have summarized. Old data was insufficient, manual data silos was there, hard to access. Now new data is real-time insights, centralized data, streamlined access, data-driven decisions. So centralized database, digitization. Yes, I think this will be the last slide of today's day 1 of faculty development. So you can see this NB accreditation criteria framework, and this I took from engineering programs. Let me tell you, because these marks and all the things vary from program to program. So, but it will be engineering, other any branch will be same. So NB evaluate program using structured criteria with defined weightages, ensuring comprehensive assessment for engineering Tier 1. So first is I have already asked program level criteria, like say BTech Computer Science Engineering, BTech Mechanical Engineering. So 880 marks. So they are going to have 8 criteria. First criteria and the sub points are there. But today I will only tell you the names. So outcome based curriculum. See, earlier there was something else. Now outcome based curriculum, 120 marks are there. Then there is a proper distribution of 120 marks are there. That means sub fields are there, sub attributes are there. Outcome based teaching learning, 120 marks. Outcome based assessment, 120 marks. Student performance, 120 marks. So you cannot say we are getting the poor student. Poor means less marks student. We are the new institute and we are giving, we need a scholarship, this, that. No, whatsoever getting, you have to make 4x, 5x, 10x of them. So always keep your goal 10x. We have to make whatever level we got in first year. At the time of pre-final year, it will have the 10x level. Then our future is safe because we will get the good students future. We have to work less hard. Today we are going to get the less meritorious students, so we have to work more. So to make future better, today one has to work hard. So faculty information is going to have 100 marks, faculty contribution is going to have 120 marks, like faculty. This NPTEL certification is going to play a very important role in faculty contribution. Faculty attending short-term courses, so many things are there. Facilities and technical support, 100 marks. Continuous improvement, you can see. OBE, NBA, continuous, 80 marks. Institute level criteria, 120 marks. This is the 9th criteria, student support and governance. And it is of 120 marks. So total marks is 1000. I will tell you now in tier 1, earlier in tier 2, if they are going to have 600 marks and some criteria, there is a minimum marks, then they can be awarded. But now there's a different criteria. I will tell you later. So I think with the permission of directors, Chairman sir, we can stop because I also do something.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. So before
Any questions? Sir, sorry to interrupt you. So
Yeah.
please go through at least spare 1 hour. Whatsoever terminologies I discuss, please 1 hour because maybe tomorrow I will ask questions and I will, I'm having the name of all the 34 participants here. So I will ask Alokji, tell me this thing. Shrikant, sir, sorry. Ankita, tell this thing. Like that, I can ask something to by name. So at least please, because your seriousness will motivating me to deliver more good content in the coming days. I think Chairman sir will be agree to that. So your active